All right, so recording started. So if you're jumping on this, let me know how was your Monday, how was your weekend. Today is a big day, and we're going to cover quite a lot of stuff. And going to get started pretty much in the next couple of minutes. So if you're on Zoom, if you're on Facebook, if you want to come on, if you just want to watch the session, stay where you are on the Facebook Live is fine as well. But if you want to have a better experience, you want to speak to me, you want to go through with me because there is going to be a bit of delay on Facebook. So come on, jump on Zoom. Hey, good to see you. Good to have you here, Colin. Awesome. So let me know how was your day and how was the weekend. Had a good chat with Colin today, which is awesome. We got off for coffee. Rainy day, which wasn't sort of desired. Not a really good day today to get out of the house. So, but overall, it was an awesome day today. I'll share something with you guys, which is pretty cool. Look, I think today is only 3rd of June, and I'm right on the track, man. Right, yeah. I think Colin, if you want to have a better experience, man, come on the other side. Come on Zoom because Zoom is much, much better. Yeah, it's going to be Facebook Live is not that good all the time. So jump on Zoom, a bit better experience, and you get to hear it a bit better as well. So come on Zoom. So I was going to say that we started with a bang this month in the business space. I've been sort of trying to promote a new package for some people, and some of you guys know that what I'm doing as well. So managed to sell a couple of them just the starting of this month, today and yesterday, which I'm really super pumped. Monday is just here, right? The month has just started. So I'm really, really, really happy. I think right on the track for this month, really good. So, all right, 7-1, let's get started. I think it's time to get going and get started. So today's Quantum Mind session. Let me share my screen as well, so you know what I'm talking about. All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna leave that Q&A at the end as well, guys. So let's get started. Q&A here, and let me put the chat as well. Okay, good. All right, so I wouldn't be able to see Facebook Live if you guys jumping on this. Jump on Zoom for better experience. So today's Quantum Mind session, 3rd of June, 2019. We're gonna go through a lot of good stuff today. This, you can call it one of my favorite topics to talk about. And you'll see that why I'm saying this as well, because most of our life, I struggle to understand why people are not, successful in life, and some people are really successful in life, and we're going to go through today. So before we get into it, so how are you today, right? So how was the day? How did you go today? And I know some of you guys have took a day off. Some of you guys went to work in this cold weather. Hope you guys did well. Before we get into the content, I really asked this question, and I'm really, really, really want to know the answer to this as well. What are the 3 things you're grateful for today? Right? What are the 3 things you're grateful for today? Write it down. Let me know what are the 3 things you're grateful for this Monday evening, because we really need to start taking action, start doing the work by thinking this life is really good, right? Wherever you are today, doesn't matter where you are. Find 3 things to be grateful for. Write it down. Just put in the chat window. Awesome. Thank you for this, Mitch. Yeah, it's a really good day to be happy and living this life. And it's one of the important things you learn, that the part of the principle is, hang on, just give me a second, Colin. I'll share the Zoom link again. Just give me a second. All right, so here's the Zoom link again, guys, if you want to jump on Zoom. Yeah, so what are you grateful for? That 3 things. Thank you for sharing, Mitch. Let me sort of go through some of the questions came this week, and I really want to deal with it. And I don't know, some of you guys might be going through these questions in your mind. So if you are started to do quantum meditation, started to understand this bit better, and You want to know what's going on, and you have some of these questions, and these are the questions came to me by some people, and they message me. Number one question usually come, and this is came last week, as my mind is keep going everywhere. So you're sitting down to do meditation, and your mind is just floating around everywhere. The moment you sit down in silence, the moment you close your eyes, your mind is going everywhere, right? You're trying to figure out what your life is all about. Trying to sit down and concentrate on something. You're trying to do the meditation bit, but your mind is just going everywhere, right? Trying to figure out what are you going to do tomorrow, what food you want to cook, all that sort of stuff, right? Happens. So this is, let me give you my answer to this, and different people have different opinions. Everybody does meditation for different reason, and some of the things you might have found, people say that, they want to do a meditation to quiet their mind, right? Chit chatter, they want to quiet it. So mind is not there to be quiet, right? That's mind's job to keep running. And if you're trying to quiet down your mind, what happens is, and this is, I'm talking about a beginning stage. I'm not talking, if you are really experienced in meditation world. So this is what happened in the beginning. Your mind and your physiology is not designed. Your mind is not designed to be quiet. So if you're trying to make it quieter, it's going to run faster. Think of that as a horse or a dog. If you ever had a dog which you're trying to tame, trying to put him down, trying to put him in a room, trying to tie him down, what dog does is trying to run away. If you have a kid at home, trying to put him in one space and say to him that just sit down and do nothing for a while, and your kid, or doesn't matter whoever it is, it's just going to try to run away. Mind is exactly the same thing. That's mind's job to do it. So what are you going to do is put your attention to something. Mind is really good when you give your mind some sort of problem. So you need to give your mind a problem. The usual problem is you tell your mind to watch your breath. And that's the biggest thing ever, right? So don't concentrate on some stuff. Like some people say that, put your effort and energy into somewhere in the room, some point in the room. You could do that as well. But in my world, I don't want to do it because I want to close my eyes. And the biggest thing I believe in, our breath works as a bridge between internal and external. So if you concentrate on your breath for a couple of minutes, and that actually helps your mind. So if your mind is a chatterbox, it's going everywhere, bring it back into the room by concentrating on your breath. And breath works really well, right? So that's the number one thing you should do. Number two things people ask me, my meditation is really boring, Jag. It's really boring. So the reason you're finding it boring, and let me give you, is because your mind and body is not designed. It's trying to do something which you have never done before, and your body and mind is going to find reasons not to do it. And your body, you sit down, trying to sit down. Your body is a reactive body today. Your body is a reactive body today. Your mind is a reactive mind today. If you sit down for a while and your body and mind is going to say to you, it's not happening, you're not going to be able to do it, it's not a good reason. So your body and mind will find reason not to do it. So my suggestion would be, if you are at that level where you start to find it boring, you are on a right track, because you're changing the conditioning of your body. That's what you're doing right now. You're changing the conditioning. See, when you change a conditioning of your body is going to be rebel, right? In trying to fight back. It's not that easy. You've been conditioned like that since you're born. And you're trying to change a conditioning. That's why body and your mind is going to be one of those rebellions, trying to rebel against it, trying to fight back. And your job is to make or tell your body and your mind who is the boss, right? You are the boss, not your mind, not your brain, and not your body. So if you are at that level, you find it boring, keep fighting, because you're changing the internal conditioning of your body and your mind. Finding it boring is a good thing. Finding it boring means that you are next level. You are getting it to the next level. Number three thing is I don't know what to do. When I'm sitting in a meditation, when I'm doing a meditation, I don't actually know what to do. So my suggestion would be, So Mitch, just give me a second. Who is telling our mind and body to stop? Our spirit. So nobody's telling your mind and body to stop, right? So let me explain this, what I mean by mind first, right? So your brain, when it's running, when it's working, we call it a mind. Brain in action is a mind, right? So this is a distinction you might want to note it down. So brain in action is a mind, and body is a designed. See, in science now we have discovered it that our body also have brain. All these parts, what we have, all the body parts within our gut, within other parts of the body, is a brain as well. And our body became a reactive body since we born. Trying to hold somebody for a certain period of time, your body start to say, without even you knowing it, it's trying to move itself. So that's the biggest thing in our body and our mind, is our body and mind are conditioned in certain ways since our childhood. And those conditions are now within our unconscious mind. And if you try to do anything today within that, trying to break free from that, your mind and body is going to fight back, right? And what your job is to make sure that you condition your body and mind in a way that your body and mind listen. So we want to make sure that our body is not a reactive body, right? Every time you look at it, see, this is a very reactive situation, right? Somebody say some bad words to you tomorrow. I come and scream at you. I come and swear at you. I do all the bad things. Your body and reaction is, your mind reaction is, you're going to close off and you're going to be preparing to say the bad words towards me straight away. Your body is that way conditioned, right? It's conditioned in that sense that your body is going to close off. And think of that as trying to look at, doesn't matter how much meditation we do, we'll figure out, how our body is reactive. Trying to drive in a peak hour traffic, somebody steal your parking, right? What happens? We react very, very quickly. The moment somebody put their window down and say, sorry, my friend, I had to take this parking because my wife is pregnant. I have to take her to the hospital right now. That's why I took this parking spot. And what happens that? Your body was like, holy crap. I was just trying to yell at that person who took my parking spot. Now figuring it out that they needed more than I do, we all sort of go back into that. So it's really important to understand we want to make our body not a reactive body, right? Our mind not a reactive mind. So you can actually view the world as an observer. I think we did that in 21-day challenge as well. So that's really, really important. But now what we want to do is, today's session is really important, and we're going to talk about some important stuff. But keep going to this is, if you're in that space that you say, I don't know when I sit down, don't know what to do when I'm sitting down doing meditation. I have no idea what to do. So let me give you a couple of minutes to sort of understand what you're trying to do. The first thing you should do when you sit down, initial beginning stage of your meditation is, you sit down and your job is to tell your mind to watch your breath. That's what you're trying to do the first, I would say, a week or 10 days. Just watch your breath for a couple of minutes, right? For 2-3 minutes. That's what you want to do for first couple of minutes. Because when you're doing that, you telling your mind to do something, so you actually have something to do. After that, I would actually give you the meditations. I'm going to put a meditation together. So go through a guided meditation for time being. Right? Go through a guided meditation for time being, so that somebody's telling you to do something and you're just doing the work. Once you're at number 3 or number 4 level, then it's a different thing. You don't need a guided meditation to walk through steps, right? The first step is you watch your breath. Number 2 thing, you do a guided meditation, right? So number 3 thing is, somebody asked me a couple of days ago as well, I think on Friday last week, why do I need to do meditation? Right? Why do I need to do meditation? So you don't need to do meditation, right? You don't need to do meditation. Meditation is not something that everybody has to do it, right? But what I discovered is, if you want to grow your life and you want to get results quicker and faster, meditation is the fastest way to get it, Right? If you are happy with where you are without meditation, you don't need to do it, right? There is nothing must in this space. So you don't have to do meditations. My question is, if you're looking to get some results quicker and faster in your life, you want to manifest something, you want to work towards something, you have a goals, you are running a business, and you are working with kids, you have a lot of stuff going on in your life, meditation is the best way to do it. Right? There's 7 or 8 type of meditations. People do it. But what I recommend is we do quantum meditation. One of the best thing what I did is, so what it means is you get into that place. So we always remember this. Whatever you have in your life, you create it twice. Whatever you have in your life, you create it twice. One is in your mind, then it happens in real life. So the best way to do is create something in your mind first before it actually happens. Right? Very important concept, right? Very, very, very important concept. So once you create something in your mind first, and then it happens in real life, it's like deja vu. You know that it's going to happen, right? You know that because you had that feeling. You get into that space before it happens. So it's really important, right? That's why we do meditation, because things don't just happen in life. Things just don't, happen. We make it happen first in our mind. The second, in our real life. That's what we do, right? It's really, really, really important. So let's understand this first is understand this law of nature, right? The law of nature says to us is everything in life, in law of nature is everything must evolve. Everything must grow. Right? This is the law of the nature. We all evolve. Human beings evolved. Everybody's been evolving, right? We all get to the next level, and we all are growing. Put a seed in, plant a seed in there, give a seed of water. The seed meant to grow, right, with the time. But why? Why? What's the reason why people can't get what they want? Right? A lot of people want to get a lot of stuff, right? We want to make a lot of money. We want to grow a lot of businesses. We want to do a lot of stuff. But what's the reason people don't do it, right? So what's the reason people don't get what they want in life, right? They want to grow. They want to take their business and life to the next level. But what is the biggest thing stopping people get to the next level? What's your thoughts on this? Let me know. What's your thoughts on why people can't get what they want, right? You know what you need to get. You know, I'm looking to make my business successful. Brain, yeah, brain could be one thing. Yeah, brain is good. Brain, we all have one. But why bad programming as a child? Yeah, that's a belief system, right? That's a belief system we created. So one of the things which I want to give you my biggest or 2 cents worth today in this space is the reason people don't get what they want, the reason people can't get to where they want to get to is because of this thing called conflict. Inner conflict, we want to call it, or inner war going on within people. That's the reason people don't get it. You can call it a belief system came in. Why did that develop, right? That could be because of the belief system people have given to them. We developed those belief systems from our childhood. Yes, you're right. People, yeah, it wants to protect you, right? Some of the could be any reason, right? There is a war going on in people's mind, right? One hand says, I want to go this way. The other hand is pulling this way, right? And war is happening in everybody's life. Everybody's life, right? If you are a human living on this planet, living on Earth, there is a conflict going on, right? You got to be really good understanding of those conflicts before you can actually fix them. A lot of people don't even know that. So tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. What is the biggest reason? What sort of conflicts do we have? What sort of conflicts do we have? What sort of conflict we have or people have in life? You don't need to talk about you. Who do you know have this kind of conflict? Does your clients have this kind of conflict? One is saying, I want to go this way. The other hand is saying, I want to go this way. One mind is saying, I want to make lots of money. I want to be successful. The other mind saying that, I don't want to get rejected by people. I had this conflict for long time, without even knowing I had this conflict. right? Yeah, you want to have junk food, but what you want to enjoy the food as well, right? Conflict is something, like something is, you want to be healthy, but you love junk food as well, right? There's a conflict because you know that junk food is not good for you, and you want to be healthy, but you enjoy it. It's nice. You like the taste of it. Yes, it is a conflict. It is a conflict, right? So we all have these kind of conflict, and if people don't have, so what do you mean by that? What do I mean by conflict in that sense? So you are not a one person, right? You have many different personalities within you. We all have very different personalities within us. So now look at this example, right? You are very different person with your clients compared to the way you are with your wife or your husband, right? Very different personality. You are not the same personality the way you are with your kids or you with your friends and the way you are with your mom and dad. Very different personality, very different person, right? Yeah. Yeah, true. Right. So it's very interesting, right? So we all have very different personalities within us. Very different personalities, right? We all have. It depends upon what personality comes out at what point in time. Sometimes you have a conflict at work and you come home and you are pretty much the same personality what happened at work, and you're trying to do the same thing what you did at work, which does not work at home with your wife or your husband, right? So you're trying to apply the same personalities, trying to apply the same rules, does not work, right? So each part of you have a different needs. Remember this, right? As a human being, we all have different needs. And but what makes it really good or bad or worse, or in a way that each part within yourself also have different needs. Each part, right? Each part have different needs, and depending what part you have at the time, need different requirements, need different things at the time, right? My example's been perfect, right? So for me, for many, many, many years in my life, I wanted to be successful without knowing this, right? I wanted to be so successful. I was trying or willing to try everything in my life. I wanted to be successful in everything. But I had a biggest problem. To be successful, I did not want to get rejected. I did not want to be rejected. So I didn't want to get into somewhere in some place where I could get rejected. Means that I didn't want to pick up a phone and call my clients because I was afraid to get rejected. So now can you see what this would have created in my life? This thing made in my life? This thing made it so bad in my life that I didn't even take part where I could be successful. I didn't even take part in anything, right? So one thing or one side of me wanted to be successful. The other side in me didn't want to get rejected. So I didn't take part in anything. So you know that, right? The law of being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, what it means is you got to learn to be rejected millions of times, right? So you got to have that skin. You have to have that skin where you're going to get rejected, right? Because that's where the process is. To be successful in any business, you're going to fail. You're going to get rejected so many times. So my biggest thing was, until I discovered this, when I discovered this, I had this aha moment that, okay, so one side of me wanted to be successful, the other side didn't want to get rejected. Because I didn't want to get rejected, I just didn't even take part. So now the question is, do you have this same conflict? Do you have the same conflict within you? Or do you have something which different, right? Do you have any sort of conflict in that? So some people, are one of the conflict which also had when I was growing up at the age of 25, 26, 25, 26, I had the biggest problem. So my problem at the time was I wanted to travel the world, right? Yeah, that was a nice guy frame. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So my biggest challenge at the time was I wanted to travel the world. But my conditioning at the time, my family conditioning, my belief system was I must start a family because I'm getting older. If I don't start my family, I'm going to get rejected by the people I know. So I wanted to travel. One side wanted to travel, go part of the Europe, do Kentucky tours and all that sort of stuff. But I didn't do it because I wanted to start a family. Huge, huge, huge conflict, right? What part of you have this war going on today, right now? Right? Because you got to pick something today to work on, because we want to work on something. So I want you to pick something, right? So if you want to write it down below. What part of you have this war going on today? One side want this, the other side want this. It looks like similar to this thing, right? Might similar look like this, that, you can call it a devil, but it's just two sides, right? There's no good or bad. It's just two sides of same people, right? One part want this, the other part want this. Same side, right? It's not a devil side, but think of that as like two sides sitting on a shoulder. One side, doing a chatter on this ear, the other chatter doing on this ear, saying that you should do this, the other side saying you should do this. One side says that you must make lots of money. One side saying you must make a lot of money. The other side says, no, I'm happy where I am. I don't need to make a lot of money. One side for me was like, for a long, long time, one side was saying to me that I should be an entrepreneur, right? I should be starting my own business. The other saying that, why the heck you want to do it? You have a good paying job, which pays so much. Why would you want to start a business and go through that pain? Right? That was one side of me. So now the question here is, what conflict do you have within you today, so that we can work on this, right? So what are the results? What sort of conflict you have first? Let's write it down. What is the conflict you have? Because you need to pick something today to work on, right? Something, pick anything, right? What is the conflict you have today, so that we can actually work on that conflict? Write it down. Nobody's going to see this, only between me. So write it down, what conflict you have right now, so we can actually work on this conflict. Okay, good. So I've got one here, and so you're gonna write it down, right? So choose something. So if you want to just talk to me right now, just put it there so that I can actually coach you as well. Yeah, junk food versus healthy, which is a conflict, right? Yeah, junk food versus healthy. The other one is I want to be successful. It's all more important than making money. Making money would be good, but a part of it, making money is common. Yeah, but success is. So no, I think, Colin, there is making money and successful is one side of the bucket. So it's not a conflict yet, right? Remember this. Conflict only happens is when one side pull you in towards one thing and the other side stopping you. Being successful, making money is one side. You got to put something else, pick something else on the other side. What's the conflict in that space? Or you might be, I don't know, one side is successful, the other side might be saying that, why would I care? Why would I bother to do this? I'm happy where I'm, right? So yeah, it's not a conflict yet. I don't believe it's a conflict, because success and money is one side of that. So you've got to pick something else. Yeah, this is a good one. Good one. Really good one. Working hard versus sitting on a couch. Yes. It's for me, for a long time, it's been conflict, because one side says I have to work hard. I have to go out every day and work hard. The other one say, fuck, why do I want to work hard? I'm happy sitting on a couch and having a beer and watching a movie. Yes, I go through this conflict every freaking other day. If I don't know the process, it happens to me all the time. You are just posting to me, Colin, if you just do all panelists, it's just coming to me. It's not going to anybody else. So all of you guys just posting to me at the moment, because it's not going to, yeah. So it's not going to anybody else. So if you're putting in a chat window, it's just coming to me, right? So it's not going to any attendees. So it's all seen by me only. So if you want to send it to me, just do all panelists. If you want to send it to everybody, do all panelists and attendees. You can select it in that place. So at the moment, it's only coming to me. So don't worry. So yeah, so we'll do it. So we're going to pick just one today. We're just going to pick one. And now we're not going to talk about anything else. Just going to pick one, right? So So pick anything. If you want to write it down so I know that, so I can actually coach you, make sure you pick the right one. So we don't want to just pick some random stuff. Really want to make sure that we pick the right thing and pick the biggest one. I think I like the junk food and healthy one as well. This is the big conflict. And we all go through these sort of stuff every day, working hard, sitting on a couch, successful, and also don't want to get rejected. I had that for a long time. Travel and having a family, that's one of the one. These are the big ones, right? A lot of people have these sort of conflict in their lives. So you can pick anything. You pick anything in that space. Pick one so that we can actually work on that one conflict. So the other question I have is, if you already picked one, so the other question is, what are the results you're getting with this conflict today? See, I know you have a conflict today, right? So if you have this conflict, making money, you want to make money, you want to be successful, but you don't want to get rejected. Or the other the other conflict you might have is you want to eat junk food, but you want to be healthy as well, right? But what are the results you're getting because of this conflict? What's happening? If you want to work hard, but you want to sit on the couch and watch TV as well, what are the results you're getting? Because of this conflict, what are the results you're getting right now? What are the results you're getting right now because of this conflict? Have it done. I mean, write it down in the chat window. It's only coming to me. So what are the results you're getting because of this conflict? I know, yeah, angry at myself. Yeah, angry, right? Because the emotions coming at you angry all the time. And because you beat yourself up, you are not happy. Yes, you're right. Yeah. I was beating myself up all the time. See, my biggest thing was, Jag, you can't get anything right. At the time, I was just keep saying that because I wanted to be successful so desperately. And because I couldn't get successful, because I didn't want to get rejected. And I said, I can't get anything right. Let me read this. So I won't say a name here, but I want to read this. So permission to the authority, rejection is part of this too. I don't want someone to stand up and say, you are full of shit. You are fraud. I don't want to hear that and fear someone call me bluff. Yeah, okay. So I think it's all the what others will say. What others will say. What others will say, right? What other people will say. I'm worried about what others will say. If I stand up and say something, I feel what others will say. Yes, it's a big freaking conflict. I want to be successful. I want to go and conquer the freaking world. But I'm worried what others will say. Yes, it's a big conflict. Big conflict, what others will say. You're worried about others. Yes, what others will say. And you want to be successful. You want to do the things, but you're worried about this. I had this conflict for a long time. I want to do Facebook videos. I want to do videos. I want to do Facebook lives. I want to do all that. What others will say. Jag, what the heck are you doing? You have a good job. Why are you doing this? You look like an idiot in front of the camera, right? This is what I was thinking. I was thinking that, yes. But then I, had to go through my process, which I'm going to teach you guys how that's going to work. So, which is good, right? So now the question here is, I know you discovered what others will say. What are the results you're getting part of because of this? What result did you get because of this conflict? You want to be successful, but you're worried about what others will say. What result did you get because of this? What results did you get because of this? Or are you getting because of this? What results are you getting? What results are you getting because of this? It probably can't be pleasant. It's doing something to you today, right? It can't be right. It can't be happy. It's something, it's making you. Some sort of results it's bringing in your life right now. What sort of results it's bringing in your life? Think of that, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a really cool exercise. So we're going to do a really cool exercise. I'm going to stop sharing this so you can actually see me. So you can see me. I'm going to stop sharing this. Stop share. Okay, good. So I want you to actually see me when we do this exercise. So I won't be seeing the chat yet. Let me pull the chat on the side. And I want you to, all right, let's do this. So we're going to do a really cool exercise. So you're going to actually open eye. We're going to do open eye exercise today. And it's really important for us to see and do this exercise. So what I want you to do is, let me sort of pull it out, what I'm going to talk about, right? So it's really important, right? So what I want you to do is, whatever in your hand is, pull it down, put it away, and this is what we're going to do. You know, you put your two hands in front of you. This is how we're going to do it. Put your two hands in front of you like this, right and left. So I'm describing this process first, and then we're going to do it, right? So this is just watch the process. So you need to actually put your two hands in front of you. One is right, the other one is left. I hope you know. All right, so what I want you to do is, on the right hand and on the left hand, we're going to put these two personalities, these two things, the way the conflict is. Say, for example, in the first one is, if you're saying you want to be successful, we put on this right hand, you want to be successful. And on the left hand, you have something else, right? You saying you have this, what others will say, right? This is on your left hand. So you have this on the right hand and the left hand. This is what you got. So we want to do the exercise, and part of this, we're going to talk to this first, and we're going to say this part, which is want to be successful. Then we're going to talk to this part, right? Both. At the end, what we're going to do is we're going to see these two parts. Let me move my mic a little bit away. So we're going to see these two parts coming together, right? Coming together. Then we're going to integrate these two parts and bring it closer inside us. So this is a closed eye process, open eye process. I want you to get into it. It's really important for you to understand this, right? You need to open eye and get into this character, get into this place. I want you to be in there, right? So really important you see this. You really see these things, right? Really, really important. So this is what we're going to do. So first is, I want you to actually look at this right hand. Point it to the right hand and put one personality here on this right hand, whatever that might be for you, right? One personality for you. If that was a success, and put one conflict, right? One part of that. Look at this hand, and you see that personality sitting there. Do you know this personality? Is that your younger version of yourself? Is it some picture, some image, some video, some symbol? Does it look like something? I want you to bring that shape, give that shape to that character today. Give that shape some sort of character. Give that some sort of image. That might be you when you were younger. That might be something, right? Give that image something. So this character has something to look, you look like something. So you have this image. I want this image you have. The question you need to ask this image: what is the purpose? What is its purpose? This image you have right now, or image symbol, or you in your young, what is the purpose, or what is its purpose today? What is its purpose? This is the question you're asking. What's the purpose, right? What is the good intention? What do you actually want? What do you actually want? What is the purpose of this? What do you actually want? Keep asking this. So when you come up with something, you ask the another question of that as well. What is its highest intention? What is your highest intention? What is your purpose? What is your highest intention? If it come up with something, ask this question again. What is your good intention? What is your higher purpose? Keep asking this question. This symbol, person, this personality, ask this question: what is the higher purpose? What's your highest purpose? What is your good intention? When it come up, keep it there, right? Keep it there, right? I want you to look at this character now. Look at this character. Give this character some sort of symbol, image something. If we worked on this success, if this is what others will say, what does this character look like? If this was, you being healthy, you want to be healthy, this is you being eating junk food. And this person, this character, give this person some sort of symbol, some sort of image, some sort of way to view it, and ask this question: what's the purpose? What is the purpose? What is the purpose, or what is the good intention of this person or this character? What is the good intention? What is the good intention of this character? Keep looking at this. Keep looking at this hand on the left hand side. What is the good intention? What is the purpose? Right? And now ask this question. If you come up with some sort of reason and come up with something, ask this: for what purpose? If this is saying something, there is a good intention behind this, then ask this question: for what purpose? What's its highest intention? What's your highest intention? What's your highest intention? What's your purpose? And now look at this hand as well. What's going to happen is, I want you to look at things and ask these two characters this question: what's the purpose? Both of them. What's the purpose? They both, they both are part of the larger whole. Ask them this question together now. You'll see your hands are coming together like this. You'll see the hands are coming together now. If not, bring them together. So now this question: what is that you truly want in life? What is that you truly want? What is that you truly want? What is that you truly want? Now bring it closer. Take it inside you. Put your hands on your chest and ask this. Close your eyes and stay with this character. What is that you truly want in life? Because remember, these two conflicts, these two characters, they are both part of the larger whole. You're both part of the same thing. They both want the same thing. You'll see that at the end. They both want the same thing. They're both part of the larger whole as you, as a person, but they both chose different path to get there, but they both want the same thing. Stay in that character for a while and feel that both things, they both are part of the same thing. They're not a separate character. They're both same. Take a deep breath. I want you to close your eyes now. Close your eyes and feel these two characters or these two conflicts are part of a larger you. Feel them as part of you, as a larger you. I want you to give one part of you permission to follow this path, whichever path that might be. You feel right for you. If you feel that your path is going towards success, if that's what you want, you follow that path. You go to that path. Because you're both characters or conflict you have, what others will say, it's part of the larger whole. Same part. They just want the same thing. So I want you to follow that. Follow this path towards success, whatever that success means to you. And if the other part of you wants to be healthy, I want you to give permission to that character to choose to be healthy, because the other conflict you have, or the other part of you which wants to eat all the junk food, it's a part of the same whole. It's part of you, want the same thing. But I want you to give that part permission, or choose that path, or choose that part of you, and lead you towards where you want to get to. Now I want you to feel and live in that character for a while. Feel that within you, that you chose that path to success, and walk towards that path, because that's what you want. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and open your eyes. And open your eyes. Now let me know, how does that feel? Yeah, true. They both want the same thing. Yeah, absolutely. You're right. They both want the same thing. They both want the same thing. That's the biggest thing. They both want the same thing. So our both characters want the same thing. It's really important, right, for all of us to know that. This conflict is created by us. But if you look at the higher purpose, for both the characters, they want the same thing. All right. How does it actually feel now to be back? What I want you to do is, see, now if you have conflict in any part, you can actually do the same thing. You can actually go through the same thing, follow the same rule, follow the same principles, have this both, and ask this question. Ask this question, right? It's really important. What's its purpose? What is the good intention? What is the purpose? Yeah. So when you sit down, when you do meditation, when you sit down today, after this, I want you to actually do this and ask this question, right? So what is the good intention? What's the purpose of this character? And what's the purpose of this character? And what's the intention? And when it says the intention, you'll see at the end, when you keep asking this question, what's its purpose? What's the good intention? For what purpose? What's its highest intention? You'll see both of them want the same thing. And you keep going up, 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 right? You keep going up until you see, until you hear your inner self saying the same thing. What you said for one character, it says for the second character as well, or the other character. It is just because you created those different images for those people. It's just a conflict because of that. So you can do that for same character. You'll see that once you do it really well, sit down and do it really, really, really well. And the conflict is not there after that, because you chunked it up right at the top. You took it up high and asked this question, what's the purpose for this character? What's the purpose for this character? And at the end, when the purpose is the same, they both should be together. They both should be together, right? There shouldn't be any separations. Really important. Really. All right. How was the experience? True. Absolutely. See, that's the different way of Both are monkey minds trying to keep you alive because of the healthy food and a junk food, because their purpose is to keep you alive and safe. Absolutely true. Absolutely. That's the reason, right? That's the reason they want food and they want quicker and faster. So, whatever that might be, trying to keep you safe, keep you alive. That's the role. They're trying to protect you. Yes, trying to protect you. Absolutely. That's a big thing. Both of them doing the same thing by different means, by different ways. Both of them trying to protect you. Both characters trying to protect you. And both of them are doing different ways. Amazing, right? Amazing. Now look at it. Both have the same reason, but they're doing it differently compared to the other one. Very differently. One you might like, the other one you might not like, but they're doing the same thing. Cool. Very good. Really good. I'm glad we had this discussion today. Very, very, very important. All right. Any questions? Any questions? Let's open up for questions. Very important. We can try this process with any conflict we have within us, whether it's any conflict. Pick anything, you'll ask the same questions. What is the highest purpose? What is your purpose? What is your purpose? And watch them. Give them some sort of, give them some sort of image. Give them some sort of symbol so that you can recognize that person. What does that person look like? Whether it's you in a younger version, you in an older version. Some people, if they are masculine, right? One of my clients was really masculine, really guy who was big guy, and he made this person who he didn't want it a really girly person, like wearing girly clothes as well, so that he can recognize it. So you can give funny characters the way you want to do it. It's up to you, right? So give that funny character, something which is, masculine guy giving the girly sort of character. You can do that as well. Or if you are a girl, give this something which you absolutely hate, like, physically. So really important. Cool. Really, really, really important. Give some funny character to that, funny sort of shape, whatever. All right. That's it for me today. I'll speak to you guys in next couple of days. Some of you guys I'm going to have chat tomorrow as well for our session. But for others, all of you guys, I'll speak to you on Wednesday for our business session or business secret session. Until then, keep doing these meditations, keep hustling, and I'll see you guys soon.